So how to change your circadian rhythm. There are a lot of reasons why I decided to make this video, and me personally, I've changed my circadian rhythm and can go to sleep anytime I want to and wake up anytime I want to without feeling sleep deprived. I've built this up though, so it will take time, but if you feel like your circadian rhythm is off, or you feel like you're not getting enough sleep, or you're feeling tired, whatever it is, this is how you can change your circadian rhythm to go to bed at whatever time you want to go to bed and wake up at whatever time you want to wake up. Before we get further on, if you don't know what a circadian rhythm is, it's the mental clock that tells yourself when you feel tired and when your body wakes yourself up. So it's your internal clock and alarm for the nighttime and the morning time. The main reason why I wanted to make this video is because in school I did a project for PE. It was a very short project, and we had to watch a video on teens and their sleep cycles and how they're not getting enough sleep. And this fucking idiot, this old doctor, whatever, this is a woman, and she was talking about how the circadian rhythms of teens are changing through puberty and whatever. And they're saying that teens have a natural internal clock telling them to go to bed at 10 o'clock at night and wake up at 10 a.m. And immediately, with my transcendental brain, I knew that I'd changed my circadian rhythm, and I knew quite a lot about it. And I knew that whatever this bitch was telling me is completely fucking wrong. And I'm being a bit more aggressive because I know that sleep is super duper important, especially for us men, to maintain testosterone levels and growth hormones. To say that our circadian rhythm is changing through this time, and so we're not getting enough sleep, is basically setting you up for failure. It's saying you have no other choice but to take what she's saying and just deal with it. And of course, in the video, they show this teen that let their crew into his daily life, and he's a loser like everyone else. He's playing video games or watching shows and eating at 10 o'clock at night. It's just a complete mess up, and it didn't make any sense. It's stupid. Didn't make any sense. And because I'm the best nutritionist, the most fit, healthy, happy, aligned with my goals and purpose in the entire school, I knew they were wrong. Because I've already made my decision, and I can change my circadian rhythm on accident without even wanting to do it, but I do it on purpose. So to set your circadian rhythm, to basically making your circadian rhythm stronger, you can watch the sun rise and the sun set, not through a window, not through glass or anything, not through a light, but through the sun rising and setting. Now, I used to do this every day, but school's got in the way, like it always has, and like it always is. But it got in the way, so I had to stop setting my circadian rhythm. I can do it at night, but not in the morning. And that's just making it stronger. But your set circadian rhythm is something inside your mind and body that's already there. And the way to change it, which nobody knows, and they think you should just rely on your set circadian rhythm and get bad sleep, which is affecting your hormones and your body and your mind and everything, and you should just deal with it because that's what she says. Shut up. This is the way to set your circadian rhythm to a different time. Back a long time ago, in my early days of self-improvement, I had pretty much my whole life set up, like from start to end of the day, and I was watching self-improvement videos, learning more and more at 11 o'clock at night.
So you want to learn to fight. Perhaps you want to defend yourself in the streets. Maybe you want to walk around knowing you could take anyone down. Or maybe you're just curious about what we have to offer. Whatever the reason, we will act as your catalyst towards unleashing your true strength.
This community will act as a barracks to developing your skills in the way of combat. Learning this may just save your life one day. This is going to be one heck of a journey, but it'll be a fun one. See you there. And I looked at the time and I was like, it's 11 o'clock at night. Alright, just a few more videos. And I was learning, and then I watched a video on sleep. and I heard the benefits, and I immediately thought, why am I up at 12? Because it was about 12 at that time now. So my set circadian rhythm was shit, because I come home from school, pleasure, give me YouTube, TikTok, sugar, all of this. That was my life until I turned it around. And so I'm up this late, like I always do, and like everyone does at school. You don't even know it. They're up at 1 o'clock in the morning and going to school at 6 or 7. But yeah, my circadian rhythm was set to probably 12 o'clock at night, and then waking up at 8 or 7. And so I thought I needed to fix it, of course. And it is the easiest thing that you could do. First of all, how do you get good sleep? How do you fall asleep quickly? Because that's what we need to get. You can go and exercise throughout the day. I have a lot of videos on this. I've said all this before. You can go and exercise or use your energy out throughout the day. Work really hard and long hours. Train really hard, whatever it is. Make yourself tired. Don't drink caffeine late at night, because when I got back into coffee for the first time in a while, I had 2 cups at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Didn't even sleep. So avoid caffeine that late at night. What else you can do is turn off all your lights. I know it's pretty late for me recording this right now. It's dark outside. But I put on the lights for the video, and my circadian rhythm is pretty much solidified. It is going to affect me a little bit, but it's for the video. Turn off all the lights. Turn off the blue light on your phone and on your devices. I can use my devices, not with hyper-stimulating stuff like TikTok or anything. That is completely hyper-stimulating. It's going to keep you up all night. You're watching a new show that's hyper-stimulating, like this stupid idiot who said that his sleep was bad because he's up at fucking 12 o'clock at night eating ice cream and watching his shows. Of course it's going to be bad. Anyways, hyper-stimulation is not good. Don't play video games. Don't watch videos. Do something that calms you down. Maybe read. Maybe meditate. Do some breath work with Breather Sandy. Great YouTube channel. Go watch that right now. He's an amazing person. Drink some calming tea. Nothing that hyperstimulates you. And even if you're on your phone but you're not doing anything hyperstimulating, the blue light inside your phone will get into your eyes, and it'll basically keep you up. So on settings, there's a blue light filter. Just look for eye comfort mode or blue light filter, whatever it is. There's a setting that turns off the blue light on your laptop, PC, or phone, whatever you're working on. Turn off loud noises if you're listening to loud music, or you're watching the news like my parents do all the time, or you're talking loudly and things are banging. If it's chaotic, loud, it's going to affect your sleep. Try not to stress yourself out. If there's something you got to do it calmly, or catch up tomorrow, something like that. Don't be too worried, because I know that affects me. Now that we're tired and it's nighttime, let's say you want to go to bed at 9. You've been going to bed at like 10 or 11, 12 at night, and you want to get to bed at 9 just so that you don't go to bed too early to where you cannot fall asleep because it's too early. So you go to bed at 9 because you're tired, you've already used up all your energy, you did all these great things, and you're really tired. You go to bed. You wake up 10 hours later, about 10 hours later, because I allocate 10 hours to sleep, and you're only about 8 hours actually asleep. You're only asleep for about 8 hours out of those 10 hours. So make sure you got 10 hours in bed. If you cannot do that, then it's fine if you only get 8 hours in bed, which is still shit. But if you're building up to the best position you can get to, then it's fine to take a few hits. So now that you're in bed at 9, you wake up whenever it is, 7. You get your 8 hours of sleep, 10 hours in bed. And you do it again. You do whatever we just went over. Get yourself tired. Do all these great things before bed to make you tired. To give you the highest quality sleep and to get you to sleep quicker. Now that your circadian rhythm is pretty much set like a block, you go to bed at 9, you wake up at this time. Go to bed 15 minutes earlier every night. I went to bed at 9 o'clock, woke up at 7, or something like that, and school came along. and I had to wake up earlier for school. So a few days before school, I'd shift until I went to bed at about 8 and woke up at 6. So I shifted an hour earlier by slowly moving my time of when I wake up and when I go to bed a little bit earlier every night. Cause sitting there and just accepting, my sleep's bad, guess my testosterone's lowered, and I don't have the energy to work. Just happens. Now that you have control over it, you have no more excuses for being tired or being sleep deprived because of school. No more excuses. Because with everything aside, the underlying fact is that people are not getting enough sleep, especially for their work or for school. And I know for myself, my amazing sleep cycles, schedule, my amazing sleep, everything I do is to make me feel more energized and work better, train better, be better, think better. And so even for me, one of God's favorites, I still feel tired and deprived of sleep, even just unable to go to training because of how tired school makes me. Now, to just imagine people staying up until 11 o'clock at night watching TikTok like an idiot. Couldn't imagine doing that. I did it for a long time. I did that as well. But why? I know both sides. I've been on both sides. My path right now is so much better. So we know how to set our circadian rhythm whenever we want, whatever time schedule we want to sleep and wake up. Like Andrew Huberman said, when you miss the sunlight for one day, you're fine. It's not going to affect your circadian rhythm. For 2 days, you might start to drift off, as in you're not going to get as tired at night and you're not going to wake up exactly at that fixed time where your circadian rhythm is already located. And then 3 days is pretty much almost gone. 4 days, you barely even have it set. But for my body and mind to know that at this time I'm going to go to bed, this is what happens at this time, lights turn off, use candles or use not overhead lights, you start to wind down, get calmer. My body knows what time that is and what to do when that time comes. So I get tired no matter what, whether I look at the sun or not. I feel a lot better and I sleep a lot better when I see the sun and set my circadian rhythm with the sunrise and sunset. However, I've been sleeping with this schedule since I've been probably on this schedule for about a year. And so my body, without an alarm or with an alarm, it wakes me up at about 6 o'clock, 6 a.m. And I feel tired at 7:30 at night. So my schedule is already set. I already know what I'm doing. All of these other things help, and if I let go of the schedule, let go of seeing sun, let go of everything, my body would still tell me that it's time to go to bed at 7, or it's time to go to bed at 7:45 so that I can get to bed at 8. And my body will still wake me up at 6. And you will shift your circadian rhythm with staying up later. When I go to bed, I had this time for a while when I went into bed and I watched videos for 30 to 45 minutes after my bedtime. So staying up until like 9 o'clock. And then the next day, my body wouldn't really tell me that I'm getting tired. I'd get in bed at 8 and I'd feel like we're starting to wind down now. So you can shift your circadian rhythm on accident if you're not careful with what you do in bed, and when you have these set blocks of time. If you want to stay up late for a night, probably not going to change your circadian rhythm. It might change when you feel tired. You might feel tired throughout the day. Maybe you're going to wake up later if you don't have an alarm the next day. But it's not really going to affect you too badly. You'll still get right back into it after the next night of sleep. 2 days, you're drifting away. 3 days, you're pretty much, your circadian rhythm's shifted a lot because you're staying up a lot later. So it's very similar to how your circadian rhythm is affected by the sunrise and sunset. And honestly, I look around in my class. I don't speak very much. I'm a very big observer. When I see a new room, I know where everything is. I know how big the corners are, how much space I have, who's in here, what the people are in here are like, how strong they are, how much of a threat they are, how stable they are. And there's this one kid in my English class who's very loud, does boxing, and he was talking about, is 5 hours of sleep enough for me? No wonder why his neck is half the size of mine. His arms are 3 times less than the size of mine. His testosterone is double that of a woman's. Mine is 10 times that much. He's no match for me. If you're one of those people who is getting very bad sleep, you just watch this whole video. Get your stuff together. Start sleeping better. And who knows, maybe you're just going to become a millionaire just like that because your sleep is better and because you can work harder and longer throughout the day. When you've fully grown, probably 20 years and up, your sleep cycle doesn't matter as much. Of course, maintain testosterone levels by sleeping 8 to 10 hours per night and maintain your energy levels, work hard, whatever you need to do. But in this time, look at me. Look how old I am. I'm about 14 years old. In this time of my life, if I miss out on sleep, testosterone that I'll get from sleep, the growth hormones, who knows what my brain, how I think, how my eyes, everything about my body, who knows how it will affect me not getting enough sleep. So all these people doing their physical activities, school, and staying up late, we might just see a massive dip in the size of teenagers and people growing, while I grow to above 6 feet tall and I'm a unit because I've been sleeping well and working hard, training hard. Really hope this helped. I hope you can set your circadian rhythm in the right position for your work, school, or just for your ideal life, because this is a very important thing to have. How much sleep you're getting, when you're waking up, when you're going to bed. I hope this helped. Sleep well.